It's about that time. Yes. Okay, guys, welcome back to Just Nuts. Today, we're doing a little news video. We've got some pretty interesting news. It's actually not a ton of information, but it's a lot of stuff we can speculate about. And those are some of my favorite videos to make because just speculating about things that could happen is actually really fun to me. And hopefully it is to you. So first off, we've got a name for the first core set that will be coming out for whatever you want to call it. It could be Master Rules 5, we'll see there, but at least the next era in Yu-Gi-Oh! After the Vrains, the Link Vrains era. So the name of this set is Rise of the Duelist. Pretty generic. That's one thing I will say is I don't think this name will give us, like, I don't think we're getting any hints from this. Rise of the Duelist. It's pretty generic. It doesn't give us any hints on what, like, this could actually entail for what the next era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Will hold. I'm curious what this means because, like, some people have speculated, I think, that Rise of the Duelist could be like this. They could be going back to Yugi. They could be going back to Jaden, back to Yusei, and this could be like the Rise of the Duelist. But we saw the rise of those duelists. Like, this is Rise of the Duelist, not re-Rise of the Duelist. Like, you know what I mean? And nothing about this says that it's a past duelist. So this could just easily be like, I don't know. I have no idea. This could just be the rise of the newest main character, whatever it is. We'll see. I do think at some point, kind of like how some people may argue in Pokemon, like eventually they'll just have too many Pokemon in the Pokedex. Right, and there's just no reason to make more. You could argue that there's just too many different versions of Yu-Gi-Oh! And you should just go back to the best characters and maybe do like go-throughs with them and more adventures with them. Because like a lot of people would appreciate that. But yeah, that we have the name there. Nothing too crazy there, and then some OCG differences in like how the set breakdown will be with like rarities and stuff, but that's not necessarily confirmed for our version of the set, so I don't want to go into that too much. But yeah, just cool that we have the name. But the thing I'm a little more excited about here is we have some information, our first reveals of deck build pack Secret Slayers, and really we don't have a ton of information. We don't have names, we don't have descriptions, we don't have effects for any of these cards, but we know we have 3 pictures from 3 of the next 3 archetypes in this side set, as well as their typings, which is very interesting. So as we scroll down, we can start here with the first one, which is a Rock Dragon. They said this is confirmed to be a rock attribute, I believe, by Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization. And he looks super clean. One thing I did want to point out, though, is there is a little, like, spellcaster guy standing on the shoulder of this thing. So maybe there could be some synergy there. Like, a lot of times the cover monsters for, like, the deck build packs end up being, like, the most important monster or maybe a boss monster. This guy looks pretty boss monster-ish to me. So it's possible it could be one of those, like archetypes where you have like the big boss monster and then you have like the little spellcaster guys that are more like engine pieces to get you to the boss monsters. I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it goes, but just something little to note there while we're here. Next up is a plant archetype. Weird enough, right? You look at this and you're like, this could be aqua, and this could just be like a water aqua thing, but it's based off of like ice attribute or an ice spellcaster thing. It's actually plant, and I like the flowers are here, but she herself doesn't look very plantish. I kind of get like a Trickstar vibe from this one. Very cool as well. Just because, like, not even that she's like the cute girl archetype, but more so because like Trickstars have like those like circular designs in like the corners of their like monster artwork, and this has like this like snowflake in the corner of this one, so it kind of gives me a Trickstar vibe. I'm interested in this one as well. And then the last one here is a zombie archetype, which is super clean. This guy is really interesting. He has so many jewels on him. I'm curious how that plays in, if that has something to do with like the lore of this deck or something. This guy looks clean, and he's zombie, which I know a lot of people are going to be pumped about. All in all, literally just looking at these 3 pictures and their types, I'm more hyped for this deck build pack than I have been for like the last couple. I mean, looking at the last one, even though like I thought Dragon Maids had a chance at being interesting, we know what they do now, and they're not interesting. I wasn't really that into generators at first, but now I'm a little more into them, but still not even that much. And then MathX, I was just not that into. We've been getting so much cyber stuff, I was just like, oh, MathX, another cyber archetype, whatever. But these guys are all super different. I've made actually separate videos on all three of these. Why like rock types could, why Konami's make more rock type archetypes. Why a plant deck could be good because of how much good generic plant type support we have in the game. And then same thing with zombies, how much generic zombie support we have. I mean, just thinking about it, we've got, Lone Fire Blossom for plant archetypes. We've got, Mizuki and not Lone Fire Blossom, but the other one. No, is it Lone Fire Blossom? No. I can't remember what it's called. Whatever. The other bulb one for the zombies, like Necroworld, Banshee, and Zombie World making like super poly, like super resolvable in the deck, like Ballardrock as a boss monster. So we'll see. I mean, we saw Mayakashi's and we kind of got hyped on like Mayakashi's as a zombie deck, and they flopped completely. Hopefully they learn from their mistakes in this one. I think this one looks cooler. I think this one is like, if we're going to make them look this cool, we're not going to make them as bad as Mayakashi's. I hope. I think all these are really, really cool. These are all three like types that I really think could use some help, especially rocks. And then these two I just think could, with the generic stuff, really jump out. But yeah. Not much else to say here. I'm really interested in all three. I'm curious to see how all three of them work. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. Just a quick video here, but some really, really like hype stuff to me. I'm really excited just seeing these, getting pumped. Really excited to see what ends up coming out of these archetypes. But guys, let me know your thoughts here. Let me know, just based off of the first picture and knowing their types, which one of these three you were the most excited about, that you would say if you had to buy one blind right now before any of their effects got revealed, which one would you put your money down on, and why? Because if I had to say one, it'd probably be the plant theme. I don't know why. I still think the rocks. I'm actually super excited for all three. Like, I really am. But if I had to put them on one, probably the plant one. But let me know your guys' thoughts down below here, guys. That's going to do it for me here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel if you have not yet and you want to see more news videos from me up in the motherfucking future. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.